So first of all, thanks for joining, guys. So I'll just talk a little bit about Magnivus Academy. So Magnivus Academy is the training division of Magnivus Technologies. Magnivus Technologies primarily into Dynamics 365, customer engagement, and their finance and operation. We do consulting implementation services into primarily into Dynamics 365 and also into Power BI and Power Platform related technologies. When it's come to Magnivus Academy, we provide online as well as classroom training. Again, primarily into Dynamics 365 domain on Dynamics 365 customer engagement, and then F&O as well as other technologies related to Dynamics 365 such as Azure or platform related technologies and etc. Right. So our major area is into training into Dynamics 365, like I mentioned. So we bring in Microsoft certified trainers as well as industry experts, and then we deliver training in multiple times in the day in the different time geographies. Okay. And today we have Atul, who is the Dynamics 365 customer engagement trainer. We have this. So he'll be just giving you the demo.
So Dynamics 365 comes with 4 modules, which is sales, marketing, service, and field service. Some of you who have accessed Dynamics 365 may say there is another one called as project service, but in the next coming months, project service module will be taken out of D365 and will be launched as a separate product. Hence, I'm currently not covering that product or that module. So we have sales, marketing, field service, and service. So let's look into one by one what each module gives us. So sales functionality. It's a typical sales module where we get our prospects or sales leads after discussing or arranging conversations, meetings, appointments, and providing them enough sales material. Those sales prospects convert into an opportunity. When an opportunity is created, it's all about revenue. So the revenue tracking, what's our goal, how many products, what product services, all that is captured in that opportunity. And there is an inbuilt product database that can be used, and the salesperson is also able to sell one-off product to manage these sales expectations. There is a guided sales process. There can be more than one sales process if required, and the sales person given enough privilege is able to switch between which sales process he or she wants to go ahead for while selling this opportunity or while closing this opportunity. Sales process can be of two types. One can be a strict one, and second can be an easy one. What I mean by an easy one means the user is able to go ahead into the next stage of the sales process without completing the existing steps or tasks. And the fixed one or a strict one means there are number of tasks and the user or the salesperson has to complete those tasks before moving to the next step. So it's completely up to the company which one they want to apply or they want to publish in CRM, but CRM provides these two features. So this is a typical sales process. You can get a lead. A lead can be a phone call, a visiting card you get at a bar or at a sales meeting or at any marketing get together. Then the sales lead you qualify by talking to the person, understanding their interest, making them interested in your products. So once that is qualified, it gets into an opportunity, gets a sales process as I mentioned, and gets products added. And then these last three steps, which are available in CRM, but not many companies or projects they have used it, which is quote, order, and invoice. So from an opportunity, you are able to generate a quote, and you can send the quote to the user, to your prospect or to your customer. You can generate as many as quotes. Whenever the person says, yep, I'm happy with this quote, that means you have won the opportunity. At that point, your opportunity and quotes gets locked and you are able to generate an order. At this place, your integration with your ERP system, be it Oracle, Sage, Dynamics 365, whatever ERP it is, comes into picture, and you are able to send or pass the order information to your ERP. Then the ERP generates the service or products and delivers it. And when the invoice is created, the invoice comes back into CRM. So the salesperson gets a end-to-end picture on what he or she has sold and how much invoice has been made, so that they can track their goals or their targets. So this is a end-to-end sales process in CRM. Then we move on to this service module. The service module has case management, contract management, SLA, and knowledge base features. So let's, okay. So case management, as it says, it the system can create or generate cases based on the complaints or suggestions they have received. So a case can then be assigned to a person, to a resource with enough information. So that's where services and resource management comes in. So if, for example, this is a appliance support, and you are going to fix some washing machine, so you need to take a certain toolkit with you. So all that can be scheduled or delivered here. That's where the services and resource management comes into picture. So you create a service to support the case, and you say this is this type of service. Automatically the necessary toolbox or necessary resources are attached to it. And if the resource is currently busy, the resource calendar will show that it's red or green and the person is not able to provide the service. All that is available in this module. And then there is knowledge base. Assume that you are on a phone trying to help a customer via a case module, and the person says for example, the TV is not turning on. So you type those keywords in the knowledge base articles, and then the range of documents comes on, and then you try to go by one trying to solve the problem. So it's a keywords and knowledge base, and then you are able to link or attach these documents to the case, trying to facilitate the system, saying we used these documents to help this problem. So next time when such similar issue comes on, CRM is smart enough to automatically show these KB articles to the user, saying try to go through these KB articles because last time similar problem was solved with this KB article. So all these features are available in this service module. Then there is a marketing module where we are able to create a campaign, create marketing list, create a full-on campaign or a quick campaign. The difference between a quick campaign and a full campaign is quick campaign doesn't have any budget, any planning tasks, any schedule, any tracking as such. Quick campaign is simply I need to send 15 contacts some email about a special on a product, or we are closed for next 3 days. I just need to inform this all to my customers. This is a quick campaign. And a planned campaign is, let's say there is a new product coming up and we need to launch a TV campaign, a marketing campaign. There is a budget allocated. I have a team of 5, 7 people who are going to print some material, who's going to pull out a marketing list. Similar clients who were interested or who have purchased similar products from us, so we are going to target them. So all that planning and budgeting, tracking comes into this campaign module. And then there is field service. This is a recent addition in D365. So in up to 2015 or 2016 CRM modules, there were only 3 modules. And then the field service module was recently purchased by Microsoft and added into this D365. So with this field service, this is specially used for those organizations who have people running, trying to help the customers on the street. And then you have a back office who is supporting these users who are on the ground, going from one place to another place. So similar example I can give, which you can relate to, is our Tata Sky or Videocon home entertainment or dish services. Those guys are going from one place to another, and all the time they are talking to their back office people, and what's my next job, and then their next job comes on to their mobile and they go to the next location. All this can be set up in this module. Rather than talking to the back office person, all this information is available on their mobile or on their tablet. They can simply close their existing work order, and next work order comes to the tablet or comes to their device, and then they can go back and service that client. At the same time, because this is all heading back into CRM, this information can be tracked, and the back office people can definitely close the call if there is any billing required. All that information can be continued at the back office, while the field service guys are working at different locations. So this is a quick overview of the four modules which are existing in the CRM. So how many types of CRM or Dynamics 365 we can get? As you can see, deployment options. Deployment means how many or where to get CRM from. So if a company is well equipped with their software and hardware, they can install D365 at their own premise. So that's called as on-premise deployment. They can go and buy a Microsoft subscription, which is online subscription, and partner hosted. So there are companies like Dimensions Data and some other companies who have agreement with Microsoft. And so rather than going to Microsoft, people or partners go to those service providers and get CRM from them. So these three types of CRMs deployment options you are able to get CRM from. Make a note that with on-premises, field service module is not available. So for some reasons or for internet features, Microsoft has removed field service and project service modules from on-premise. If you want to install field service, you have to request Microsoft, then they provide a zip package, and you have to follow or work with them to install and configure that with your D365 if you are using an on-premise deployment. Then how many ways you can access CRM out of the box? When I say out of the box, that is when the product is installed and ready to use. How many types, how many ways you are able to access the application? You are able to access it via web, Outlook, and mobile or tablet. So web client is web browser. It's browser independent. So if you are an Apple user, you can go with Safari or Chrome or Edge, Internet Explorer. Outlook client. This is a small add-on provided by Microsoft, which is installed within the Outlook client. And so rather than the user switch between two applications, Outlook and browser, the CRM actually sits inside the Outlook. So you scroll up and your inbox, you scroll down and the whole CRM is available. So it's a one application field for the user. And second most important feature of this Outlook client is the emails are tracked in CRM. So if you are a salesperson and you receive an email from a client about a particular prospect or a particular opportunity, if appropriate rules are applied, those emails automatically gets copied into CRM. So a copy is maintained in inbox and also in CRM. So tomorrow, if the salesperson moves on to another job, the whole history of that communication is available into CRM for the next salesperson to pick up from. And the next one is mobile and tablet client. This is also a simple feature. Simply install and log in like an app provided by Microsoft. The user is able to use the same application as if they're using on the web, but the screens are automatically shrunk and only fit and made fit into the mobile and tablet screens. the user or the administrator has full control on what fields or what features should be pushed into mobile and tablet because of the size. So this is we just discussed on-premise, online, and partner hosted. And this is just a simple screenshot of web client. So you can see the user is using a browser. Then the next one is Outlook client. You can see up here is the user's inbox, and scrolling down, this is the user is able to access the CRM application from Outlook. Then this is mobile client. At some places or at certain stages, Microsoft has locked update feature on tablets. So tablet at certain times is read only, but with necessary changes made, a tablet can be used also as a full-blown CRM client also. Then let's look into, before we jump into CRM, let's understand the CRM concepts. There is always wherever you attend a training or you attend Microsoft CRM discussions, you will hear these four words, which is entity, field, form, and record. So what are these terms? An entity is a table for CRM. So rather than saying a table, it is an entity. Microsoft has predefined, created about 100 plus fields in CRM for the end users to use. And there is also a facility to create new fields as per your requirements. So all this information, all this data, all this metadata gets stored into a table, and we call that as entity. There is no restriction on number of fields. You can create as many as records, as many as fields into a CRM. Then a field. A field is nothing but, let's say, first name is a field, last name is a field, PIN code is a field, customer rating is a field, and there are so many types of fields like data types, which is text, integer, boolean, list box, currency, decimal, money, precision. So many types of fields are there. Then there is a form. A form means a collection of fields of an entity. So CRM or Microsoft has given us 3 or 4 different types of forms which can be used, or we are able to create our own form from scratch, pulling all the necessary fields from the respective entity or entities onto a form. And a record, whenever a form is pulled into CRM and saved or is updated, that's a record. Okay. So let's look into CRM quickly and understand how does it looks and what is an entity, form, field. So this is the dynamic CRM screen. You can see I'm currently on account. So here is the navigation. If you want to move between various modules, that is sales, service, marketing, we can simply click on the service module and the menu changes, and you will see I have now cases, queues, product, services, all that available. If I go back to sales, I can click sales and I'm onto the sales module. So the most important thing, as I keep saying for last so many years about CRM, each and every screen menu function you can see on this screen can be changed. There is no restrictions such as I cannot have this here or you cannot keep that there. Even this, you can replace that with your company logo with my discussion with Microsoft. So each and every aspect of Microsoft CRM can be changed. That's number one. And number two, almost all the features you are seeing here, such as if I go into a record listing, all the features you can see as new, delete, email, flow, run report, Excel template, and some other. Each and every feature has a security restriction behind it. So currently I'm logged in as administrator. So as an administrator, I can see and do everything. But if it's a lesser privileged user, let's say a salesperson or a sales manager, there are range of security roles and features by which you can restrict the usage. The most important or simple I can say is the delete feature. You don't want anyone to delete a record. So you can simply take out that feature from all the users and leave it only with the administrators so that the administrators are able to delete those records. That's simple example. So this is the out of the box module or layout of CRM. So they have navigated it as customers and account and contact. And account terminology is used for companies or customers. So you can see these are all the company names for CRM. And if I navigate to a contact, contact is nothing but a person. So a company can have as many contacts, that is the relationship one to many. We will go down into those in details in our next session. There is a relationship one to many to one, and many to many, which are currently developed in CRM, and you are able to create new entities or new tables and create new relationships to manage your requirements. Then we have lead, opportunity, competitor, quote, order. This is what we just discussed. So let's look into a record and understand how does a CRM record look. So this is the CRM record. And as I mentioned, there are different types of forms available in the application. So you can see currently there are three types of forms available onto this company or account form, account page, account record, entity in CRM. These are all the fields, company name, phone, fax, website, are available. The timeline information is actually coming from a different source or a different way. Contacts. The company has two contacts in this scenario here. And if I click on this record, I'm actually taken into a contact page. So currently we are onto a company page, but this is related, linked, one-to-many relationship. With this, I can access the contact information also. And I can come back to this page once I close that record. So that is all possible. This is called as a top header or a header. This is customizable. I can have whatever fields I want to keep in this area, but we can have up to 3 fields in this header also. And there is a footer, but currently there are no fields here. You can have up to 2 fields at the footer also. Then there is address information and additional information. You can see there is a feature where Microsoft CRM can actually talk to the Google Map or Microsoft Virtual Earth and read this address information and can actually show the map on the screen here, by which the user is able to pinpoint or see where he or she needs to visit if they want to visit to a particular client. And this map can be pulled onto any type of form or a record. It's not just linked to a company record. So probably I will take a pause here. Before I take a pause, I will just like to show what the course module can be. So I will just share the Excel file for a minute or two, and I will contents will be in future. So we just went through an introduction. Then we will go into deep into sales module, service module, marketing module, field level module. Then there is a whole concept of data management. That means you are able to import, export data. You can create duplicate detection rules. You can create a data map or a data skeleton by which the user is able to import data. There is whole administration section. We are able to add user and user security roles. There is system settings. We can have email templates or mail merge templates. We are able to generate, create reports and dashboards. Dashboard was the first page which we saw with a funnel and nice information or a graph. Then we can discuss about Outlook client, how to install and configure it, goal management, customizations. We will take a quick look on how to create a new entity, new table, relationship, all that. We will touch base quickly at JavaScript, client-side scripting. That means if I create, let's say you have a pick list of interests, and out of those interests, you have said, let's say cricket, tennis, swimming, reading, and you say other. When the user selects other, I want a text box to be appeared, and the user should be able to type what other is. So that's sort of things we can do with scripting. That's what we will look at. Then there are processes, as I say, sales process, and there are dialogues and workflows. So a workflow can be whenever I create a company record, let's say where city is equal to Bangalore, my salesperson should get an email saying a new company record is created. So this all is configured and runs behind the screen. That is a workflow. We will take a look at that. Role-based forms and field security. If you're a salesperson, I can show you a particular set of records and not all the records. You are not able to update the phone number of a company. I can do all that with field level security. So this is all we will look at. Then how take customizations or whatever you have done from one environment or your development environment to a test environment, from test environment to your production environment, that is called as solution. So we will discuss how to import export solutions. We will understand how CRM database is, but because this is all online, we are not able to connect to a database directly. There are ways to access the database or access the data. We will discuss and go through those. Then we have email router, CRM modes, online, on-premise. If we are interested in installing CRM on-premise, we will discuss what are the hardware and software requirements for that. I have screenshots of the step-by-step CRM installation. If you are interested, we can go through that. Then there is for Outlook client, there is a feature called as offline, where a salesperson who is on the move or is going to, let's say, a seminar for 10-15 days can actually take his or her CRM data on offline onto his laptop and access CRM as if he is online. So he is able to update, create, make changes to the CRM data, and then when he comes back to the network, all the data goes up back online and gets synced into the system. So we can discuss that. And lastly, if you are on premise user and your CRM crashes or you want to restore CRM into another environment, how to go about it, we can discuss that. Mostly these things are not relevant now because so many clients or so many companies are going online using the restoring of the CRM environment is no more applicable. But there are companies like Indian Oil and HP and all those who have installed their in-house CRM. So we can definitely look into that if interested.